What if you could dream up an entire video view? Sounds like something straight out of science fiction, doesn't it? Well, that is the exact promise of this new generation of AI. And Google's latest model, Gemini 3, is bringing that future into some seriously sharp focus. Now, to really get what makes Gemini 3 such a big deal, you have to see it as more than just another update. This is the next step in a very deliberate, very calculated evolution. Okay, let's break this down real quick. The first version, Gemini 1, was all about perception. It could see, it could hear, it could take in all kinds of information. Then came Gemini 2, which learned how to reason with that info, to think, to code, to actually make plans. But here's the real game changer with Gemini 3. It can act. It's designed to go from just being a passive understander to being an active agent out in the world. Now that's a huge claim, right? But Google didn't just talk the talk. They dropped some seriously wild benchmark numbers to back it all up. So the question is, how does it actually stack up against the competition? Well, what's really striking here isn't just that it's better, but how much better. We're looking at the GPQA Diamond benchmark. Think of it as a brutal exam filled with PhD-level science and reasoning questions. Gemini 3 Pro hits a 91.9%, which puts it in a clear lead over the next best model. According to the data, this is the new top dog for really, really complex problems. And it's not just Google saying this. AI analyst Matt Wolf got his hands on it early and basically said, whoa, this is not some tiny incremental upgrade. It's a serious jump forward in its ability to reason through some really hard stuff. But numbers on a chart are one thing. The really jaw-dropping stuff happens when you see what this thing can create from just a single command. So let's dive into some of these one-prompt miracles. So check out the complexity of this first request. Someone asked it to summarize a famously dense, super technical AI paper. But then, and this is the crazy part, they didn't stop there. They also asked it to design a custom animation to explain the core concept to someone who's a complete beginner. And the result? Absolutely incredible. Gemini just produced a single HTML file. You open it up, and there's this simple, elegant animation that visually breaks down the attention mechanism. That's the very technology that powers modern AI in a way anyone can get. It took this super high-level academic concept and turned it into an interactive diagram. All right, so the next challenge cranks up the difficulty. We're moving from explaining a concept to building an entire interactive world. The prompt was to create a Minecraft-style game, but here's the catch. It had to be built from scratch, just using basic web code. No shortcuts, no game libraries. And in one single shot, it delivered. A functional, playable world where you can move around with your keyboard, and you can actually place and remove blocks. This wasn't just a screenshot of a game. It was a living, interactive environment, coded from zero, based on one sentence. Okay, get ready for this one. We're going from code to pure creativity. The final challenge was to compose a completely original song. But again, it couldn't be that simple. The prompt also demanded that the AI build the interface to actually play that song. This is where my mind was just blown. Gemini didn't just spit out an audio file. No, it built the entire experience. It coded a custom web player, complete with a real-time synthesizer, a cool visualizer that reacts to the music, and it even wrote the lyrics for its own song. It understood the user's real intent and delivered the whole shebang. Look, these creative demos are amazing, right? But they hint at something much, much bigger. This AI isn't just a creator you can play with in a sandbox. It's being designed to be an agent that takes real action in the real world. And this right here is the key difference. Think about it. A standard AI assistant is basically a search engine you can talk to. It gives you information. A Gemini agent, though, it's a task completer. It's designed to actively do things for you. Browse websites, find stuff in your emails, book reservations. It's a doer, not just a talker. So let's walk through a practical example. A user asks it to book a dinner reservation with a bunch of specific details. The agent doesn't just send you a link to a booking site. No way. It actually opens a browser up in the cloud, goes to the site, fills in all the criteria, finds a spot with outdoor seating at the right time, and takes you all the way to the final confirmation page. It just pauses and waits for you, the human, to log in and give the final okay. So all of this is obviously super impressive, but the big question for all of us is, how can we actually try it out for ourselves? Well, the good news is it's already starting to roll out. You can get to it through the main Gemini web app. Now, for all you developers and tinkerers out there, it's in Google AI Studio, and this is huge. There's a free tier for Gemini 3 Pro. You can also get to it through its API and a new free tool called Google Anti-Gravity. And that really brings us to the most important thought of all, doesn't it? We've just seen an AI that can explain complex science, build a video game from a sentence, and compose a song with its own player. With this kind of creative and practical power becoming free and accessible, the question isn't just what can the AI do anymore? The real question is, what's the first thing you're going to create with it?
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you in the next video.